Hello ladies and gentlefolk, as we all know by now, I like football kits. I think they're very neat and tidy, they're very cool to wear, and they're extremely comfortable, and some of them do look really nice. So, we've taken a look at the Championship, so why not take a look at the Premier League home shirt, shall we? Alright, so I've got every Premier League home shirt here for the season, everyone's club shop open, so let's have a dabble. Alphabetical order starting with Arsenal, and I'll say it outright, this is my favourite kit in the Premier League this season. I love it. As we all know, I am a sucker for a shirt with a collar, and Arsenal especially, they always have good kits. I've always loved Arsenal shirts, I think they're really good. So obviously I like the red and the white colour scheme, and here they've done it really well. Of course, red down the middle, everything else white, white sleeves, white Adidas, white collar with a red zigzag pattern on it. The only word I can use to describe it really is tidy. Oh, it looks like the website shit itself. That's a shame. Let's just refresh that, shall we? A minute now. Oh dear. Arsenal, you might want to fix your website's page because it's a little bit unresponsive. However, we saw it. We know what it looks like. Classy. Oh, get off. Classy. Love it. Best shirt this season for me.
I had to reach up to get to the cherry on the top. Got it. Oh, in the mouth. It was lovely.
Aston Villa. All around this season, I think they've got a bit of an average selection of kits. This one isn't terrible, but it's not terrible by any means, but it's also not great. For once, the pattern continues down the back, which is not a common practice apparently, so I like that. But unfortunately, it's just not for me, Chief. It is plain, but the pattern is nice. The sleeves are plain, which is fine, and the neck looks okay, but I really hate how high the badge up is. And everything like that. I don't know if that's just based on the photo. It might not look like that when someone's wearing it, but if that is how high up it is, then I think the badge is supposed to be on your chest, not your shoulder. It's a fine enough shirt. I'd put it in average.
Alright. I said, alright.
Bournemouth now. I've seen a lot of people say they don't like this. However, I love this. I think it's really, really cool. I think it's got a nice pattern design to it. It looks quality. It continues down the back, thank Christ. Everything about the shirt just screams quality in its manufacturing, and it looks better in person, which is always a plus side, because a lot of shirts look different in person. Some look better, some look worse. This one definitely looks better. I wouldn't say it's classy, but I'd say it's definitely a pretty good shirt.
Finger in, lick it. Tastes nice.
Next up we've got Brentford, and I'm going to do it now. It's bad. I didn't like this shirt last season, and I don't like it this season. They've reused the same shirt because they're absolutely lazy. I don't know why they've reused the shirt, to be honest with you, but I'm not a fan of it originally, and I'm not a fan of it now. I don't think it's a great shirt, to be honest with you. Simply put, I don't like it. It's just not for me.
I don't like it very much.
Next up, we've got Brighton. It's got a big H in the middle, which you can illustrate shit next to it. I think it might stand for Hove, but I'm going to say it stands for shit. So yeah, not a big fan of this shirt, as you can probably tell. The blue on it's nice. I do like the Brighton blue. It's a good colour, but I don't know about the excessive yellow going down it like that. The yellow night tick does make sense. The sponsor here looks a bit strange because it's completely barred. I don't know. For me, it's just an average shirt. It's not bad, it's just average. Now, Chelsea, being a Nike shirt, which we know I hate Nike shirts. I do like how it's got a light blue outline around the night tick. That's cool. But everything else about this shirt, I hate. It's just incredibly plain, which a lot of teams are doing this season. They're making incredibly plain shirts. So yeah, don't like how plain the shirt is. I don't know about the little pattern on it. It looks a bit strange, and the collar is just ugly. I know they're trying to do that for a bit of contrast and a bit of something that's different, but it's awful. This is probably my least favourite shirt. I do not like it at all.
She looked like she had never seen anything quite so horrible in all her life.
Palace. I've absolutely smashed it this season across the board with all shirts. Now at first I didn't like it because I looked at it and I thought, well, it looks like my little brother's just taken a felt tip and drawn all over it, but the more I look at it, the more I like it, and in person it looks absolutely incredible. This is a fantastic shirt. The way the colours layer on top of each other, it just has it looks messy, but it's also tidy, if that makes sense. This is a unique looking shirt, and it's one, for me, that really is one of the best shirts this season. I'm going to stick that in classy.
Fantastic!
Everton now, again a bit plain, which is a shame, but it's got a bit of a pattern on it, which I think gives it a bit more life. saves it a little bit. The stake logo looks in place and whatnot. Everything else looks fine. It's just an alright shirt, simply. Oh, excuse me. It's just an alright shirt, simply put. An alright club and an alright shirt. That's about it. Going straight into pretty bad for me.
That was a bit rich, but okay.
Fulham now. Plain white, obviously you got the black stripe going down it, which is a solid colour, which is alright, I suppose. I do like the little PewDiePie effect going around the neck and the arms. That looks cool. This shirt took a while to come out. I think it was the last one released actually, which is a bit strange, but was it worth the wait? I mean, it's nothing unique, but I like it. I think it's tidy. I'm going to put that in pretty good. It's a tidy shirt. Forest now. Again, it's very plain on the front and it's very plain on the back, but the detail comes in the side of the shirt, on the arms and down the tapers, where it's got this, I think it looks like a Lancashire rose to me, but it's got these crazy patterns going down it, and it looks pretty nice, but the front and the back of the shirt being plain doesn't do it for me, to be honest with you, so I'm gonna have to put it in average, no, pretty bad. I don't like how plain it is all around. The sides are cool, but gotta do more than that to impress me.
That was a bit rich, but okay.
Leeds now. When I first saw it, I didn't like it, but this is another one of those shirts that does look better in person. The shirt itself obviously being just, it looks plain white on the surface, but if you get a closer look at it, which I am trying to do now, yeah, there you go. As you can see, it's got retro font disguised into the white in a grey that's a bit too light. I think it should be a bit darker, but it says LUFC. A bit like this. It's got a retro font to it, like what West Brom did with the actual logo itself on their shirt. Like that. It's got that imprinted down it, and I think that's pretty cool. And I do like the colour of it's not purple, but it's a mad bluey purple colour that they've got going on the Adidas and the very bright green yellow. It all comes together to make a decent shirt. I'm actually going to put that in pretty good.
Really good.
Leicester now. This is another shirt that you'd think I'd really like because it's got a collar. A few discrepancies. The collar looks cheap. It looks very, very cheap. I'm not a fan of that. I like how the badge is gold. That's cool, but it's got a mad like light blue ring around it, which looks cheap. The shirt looks cheap. I'm going to say that now. It looks cheap. However, design-wise, it's still not terrible. Pretty good for me.
Great. Really great.
Liverpool now. I've seen a lot of people say this is one of the best shirts this season. Sorry, Liverpool fans. I don't like this shirt at all. And I don't say you've not seen it in person. I have seen it in person because somebody in my house has it. I don't like it. I just don't like it. It's too plain. And it's not. I know it's not plain because it has these patterns going around it. As you can see, there are patterns on it, of course. But this is. I think this is only on the authentic version. On the standard version, it doesn't have these patterns. And here on the, I'm looking at the authentic version, however, because that is what they were in Stadium. And I do like how it says you'll never walk alone here. That's cool. But the shirt itself, from a distance, it's bog standard. It's plain. It's boring. It's ugly. And it looks a bit darker on the original, on the standard version that everyone else has. Sorry, Nike. Ugly. You're not making great kits this season for any league.
Actually, it was horrible.
Man City. When I first saw it, I weren't keen, but the more I look at it, the more I like it. I like how they brought the red back. It's got a bit of a retro feel to it with the red and the white on the sleeve and the collar. Obviously, the Etihad Airways and the Puma. But they've gone for a centered badge and logo this time, which is unique. Not a lot of clubs do that anymore, so that's a welcome addition. I'm personally a bigger fan of a more evenly distributed shirt, so I prefer the badge and the manufacturer to be opposite each other like that. I'm more of a fan of that personally, a bit like where the Umbro is here. I prefer that. However, in this instance, I think it works really nicely. I'm a big fan of this shirt and I think it's pretty damn good. I'm going to stick that straight up and classy.
Nice.
Man United now, they've got a similar idea with Arsenal, because obviously they're both Adidas shirts, and Adidas seemingly giving everyone colours this season, so of course I'm a sucker for a shirt with colours, so instantly I do like it a lot. I like how Adidas is outlined in black. Man United sticking the badge in a pentagon this season, in an upside down house, which is cool, I suppose, something different. The collar is the only thing that, and the Adidas stripe is the only thing that's kind of putting me off. Like the collar, when you look at it at first, you can interpret it two ways. It's either the white being on the top layer, which is overtaking the red, or the red popping out to overtake the white, which looks a bit strange. It's a bit hard to get your head around when I say it like that, but if you look at it close enough and you try to picture the white as a top layer and the triangles as a bottom layer, you'll see what I mean. But the collar itself, it's a bit strange. I prefer the Arsenal one. And the black on the Adidas here looks a bit weird as well, but I think it's more in tone for Man United than it is Arsenal, because Man United are obviously Red Devils. It's a bit more, not emo, but edgier, and they've got a bit of like a dotted thing going through the shirt, which is okay. It's classy, but definitely not top classy for me.
And everything was lovely once again. Wonderful.
Newcastle, keeping it basic. You can't do much with a Newcastle shirt. Standard prison bar aesthetic with a blue sponsor and Castro badge, which looks nice. If you can hear some strange breathing, it's the dog. The French bulldogs have a very strange breathing. And the badge, of course, is just the badge. They didn't do anything special with it. But yeah, this is a fine enough shirt, I suppose. I'm going to put it in pretty good. Newcastle shirts have always looked decent for me, I think. Southampton, Hummel, you're smashing it out of the park once again. They've got a red going downward, separated by the black, which I like. The sponsor looks in place. The badge again being centered, same as Man City, pretty damn good. And the pattern for once continues down the back, and it reminds me of what the England ladies had on their shirt as well. I like this shirt, classy.
Fantastic.
Tottenham. When I first saw it, I weren't keen, and of course it's Nike, so they've got the same shitty design as Liverpool and Chelsea. It's exactly the same shirt, just with a few differences. I do like what they've done with the green and the blue or black, whatever colour that is. It reminds me a lot of what was the other team, Leeds, that did it. It looks pretty similar to the Leeds shirt, it just says Spurs on the inside. I don't know, it's decent, it's not great, and I'd probably put it in average. It's better than the Chelsea and the Liverpool one, because I prefer the different colour on it, of the blue and the green, and the red sponsor gives it enough standout as well. I don't know, it's something's different about this shirt that looks nice compared to the two.
That was a bit rich, but okay.
West Ham, I think these lot have got a really nice kit selection this season, to be honest with you. The home shirt especially, very, very nice. Obviously it looks like a bit of a claret colour with a light blue, very, very nice. And the pattern on the shoulders as well, it's pretty good. This is overall a good shirt. I can't fault it that much, to be honest. I like how the blue fades into white on the sleeves, shoulders, badge, everywhere. Very, very good shirt. Contender for shirt this season.
Really good.
And last but not least, we've got Wolves. And again, this is as standard as it gets, as plain as it gets, but I do like it. It's simple and clean, unlike Liverpool, which, if you want to know the difference between a shirt that's simple and clean and a shirt that's too simple and boring, this one is simple and clean because it's not just one plain colour and it's not got one ugly looking stitched design to it. It's just as flat as it gets. It's got enough going on the sleeves and a nice sponsor, and the shirt isn't just one whole thing. As you can see, it splits off here from being like standard to mesh, and the black on the bottom looks nice. It's just a nice colour scheme in general, yellow and black, I think, but it just looks a lot nicer than the Liverpool shirt because it's got more going on, even though it's still plain. It's plain, but it's not mega plain, if that makes sense. I'm going to have to put it in pretty good. It just looks more appealing to me. So if we're going to order them, Liverpool is slightly better than the Chelsea one. I'd rather be seen wearing the authentic Liverpool one than the Chelsea one. It just looks a wee bit better. So Chelsea's got the worst for me this season. In order, I'm going to put Brentford at the bottom, are pretty bad because it's reused. But then going forward, Forest and then Everton looks fine to me. I put Tottenham at the top end of average, with then Villa and Brighton. Coming to pretty good. I like the Bournemouth one a lot. Then followed by Fulham and then Leicester, Leeds, Wolves and Newcastle, I think. And then at the top of classy, we've got Arsenal, followed closely by Palace, City. Actually, that's in order already. That's fine. That's absolutely fine with me. That is my order of Premier League shirts for the 22-23 season. This is my ranking of them. A lot of people are probably going to disagree with me on this one, because a lot of people say that a Liverpool shirt is fantastic or the Man City shirt is shit. This is my opinion. You're entitled to your own, I'm entitled to my own. Let's put it that way, shall we? This is my ranking of the shirts. Do you agree in areas? Do you disagree? Let me know. There's no need to shout at me though. Stay civil, please, guys. We're all human at the end of the day. We've all got opinions. So yeah, that's my ranking of the Premier League home shirts for the 22-23 season. Thank you all for watching. Please watch some of my championship content, because these are one-off videos, because I just like looking at kits. I think football kits are a nice stylish choice in their own right, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's the only reason I'm doing these videos. But at my core, I'm a championship channel, I'm a Preston North End channel. So yeah, if you're interested, be sure to check out the other stuff. But for now, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Boom.